and drafting is a dangerous thing. At the end of your turn, you keep forgetting to ping. Combat math keeps changing, too impatient to think, so you say screw it and swing with the team.
Okay, back for game 2 against Booty Cake. Here with Bill Boulden. We have a fairly high impact hand for the first couple of turns here.
Yeah, it's got a few nice opening turns. It's going to need a little bit of impact, but we have enough 5 and 6 drops in this deck that I think the impact is likely to show up. And anyway, you have unreasonably high standards if you're going to mulligan this just because it's too tiny.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's lead. I'm trying to think.
Leading with Typhoid Rats lets us do a Sign in Blood if we need to next turn.
Yeah, let's do that.
His Circle of Flame is really hurting our opening hand, but let's be honest, we're not really that interested in attacking with Typhoid Rats.
Well, Booty Cake is not on fire this time around, so let's...
This Booty Cake is not on fire.
Right.
Get a Cathar out there. So since these turns are going to be fairly not mind intensive, why don't you tell me a little bit about your music?
Oh, right. Well, so I'm Bill Boulden, but I'm known more commonly as SPRUKE, where I like to DJ and produce, and I like to make music. It's usually synth pop with a geeky angle. Sometimes it's so geeky that it's just a album of music about Magic the Gathering. So I've got a couple different things that I do. One of the most successful being my Bump in the Night DJ podcast, which comes out every Monday and also airs on radio stations several times a week. It's an hour of DJ mixed, seamless mixing electronic music every week, all new music. Other things that I do a lot in my free time was I made The Gathering, the pretty notorious Magic music album with Patrick Chapin. And I've also done well as SPRUKE, just the synth pop producer. Other than that, I spend most of my free time playing Magic.
Absolutely, and it's all very good, and even the stuff that's not specifically about Magic, I've seen a lot of Magic-inspired titles and lyrics and things like that. Like you've got this whole Factor Friction EP, and with All Is Dust is one of the titles, kind of thing.
Yep, and on the Factor Friction EP, every single track was named after a Magic card and had at least one Magic Easter egg somewhere in the lyrics.
Absolutely. Side note, Typhoid Rats attack here. Is that something we want to try?
I think that if we were to trade it for the Wall of Fire, I'd be happy.
Okay.
Like, that's a trade I'm fine with making. It lets our Cathars join the beats.
And even if we wanted to save our rats, we could just sack a Cathar, make it a 2/2. He only had one red up. So what's your most recent stuff is the Bump in the Night series, the podcast.
Yeah, so Bump in the Night has been my main focus. It's been coming rain or shine, without fail, every Monday for almost 2 whole years. Which, at this rate, I'm almost up to 100 continuous hours of content produced by me. And each week is an hour of electro house or progressive house or chiptunes curated by me, and then I'll mix together. So, I know not everyone is really familiar with electronic music, but, what a DJ really brings to the table is the ability to blend it all into one seamless, huge set. And it makes really good music for working out or for studying, for driving. Makes good music for tournaments. I've had a lot of people just talk to me about this music, helping them get through their workouts every week, or playing in their earbuds at an FNM. And it's just kind of cool that you can count on a whole new collection of another hour of music every week.
Yes.
It runs on MTG Cast, which it's not MTG related, but since I love MTG and so far in my life it's loved me back, that's what I chose to go with.
Sure thing. And I'll put a link to that in the description of all these videos here, and I'll link to your general website, Twitter, everything. So check that out in the description box.
I also have I have a nasty habit of like talking about Magic in the Cast too, even though I'm not supposed to. So, because I do have, you know, it's I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's a good product. It's brought in a lot of fans who have nothing to do with MTG, and so sometimes I'll be doing my voiceovers between tracks, and I'll be saying, "Hey, that song we just listened to was such and such, which reminds me of this Magic card." And I have people, who are listeners who don't have anything to do with Magic, like young kids, and they're like, "Why are you always talking about that stuff when you're saying other tracks?" And it's like, come on, man, get with the program. Music is cool, but when it relates back to Magic cards, that's what's really cool.
Absolutely. And 2 years continuously every single Monday. That's something you got to be pretty proud of.
I am, yeah. It's actually really cool because I have, friends I talk to it about, and they're like, "How's that cast coming?" And they're like, "When are you going to monetize it?" Right? And they're like, it does. I'm really proud of how popular it is. It's, it's got thousands and thousands of subscribers. It's really made me proud, the number of people I reach with it every week. And people are always like, "You gotta, when are you going to turn that into something?" And I always say, like, I don't think that I want to monetize this one. And they're like, "Well, where's it all heading?" And it's like, it just is. I think this is just what I do. So I'm at a place with this, especially when it comes to, I've released a lot of LPs, but some of my music I give away, and some of it I do for free. Like, when it comes time when somebody needs help making a tournament rap, like Jamie Park with his top 8 rap, is sort of like, this is just what I want to do with my time. So yes, I'll help. I don't need anything for it. What else am I here for than to make music about Magic? And I know you would feel similarly to that, right? Because it's, where is all your parody music leading up to? It's like, I don't know. It's just, that's what I'm doing.
Exactly. It's just what I want to do. It's something I'm good at, and I want to try and, when I look back in the next couple of years, I want to say, okay, well, here's a bunch of things that I made. This is something that's permanent now. It's out there, and I can just like check on it whenever I want and see how it's doing. It's not for anybody but the people that care and me. So it's good.
Yeah, and so I make the bump every week, rain or shine. Oh, nice. We are victorious in the match.
We are. It was a fairly uneventful one, but at least we had some really cool things to listen to.
That one did not need much input from me, that second game, but it seemed like you won it very handily, just playing the cards as they presented themselves.
Yep, getting that Black Paragon in the middle there was pretty much what sealed the deal, and then having the Accursed Spirit was just made the clock that one turn faster. So
also facing no opposition other than a wall of fire.
They did have a 1/1 double strike indestructible soldier token there for a turn. So that was pretty huge, but that was about it. Yep. So we best booty cake, and we'll be back again for round 2.
All right. Cool.